Hey fellow comrades, welcome back. Today we have a match against Latsu from the Smogan. Now this guy was a very kind player. I mean, he offered me some testing. He was like, you know, you offered some testing, I'm gonna bring 2 teams against you. I was like, that's cool. And he's a really respectable player. I mean, he's not one of those you tend to face on Smogan. Most of them are so full of themselves, the other kind don't even know what they're doing there. And yeah, you know, it was those 2 matches were quite interesting, so I felt like recording them and sharing with you guys. Anyways, this is our first match. He's gonna lead with Meganium, I'm gonna lead with Wild Joker, and this one is gonna be Joker through the rest of the game. Not spoiling too much because this thing is still gonna get destroyed, but still, you're gonna see this guy get some lucky turns. Anyways, he's gonna miss. That's definitely not one of those lucky turns. I do have wide lens to begin with. Try to boost up my low accuracy with some additional accuracy. You never know when that can actually come in handy. Plus I feel him running item is kinda, I don't know, I feel like it's a filler. It's not really that necessary, so I felt like wide lens will do. Now Baton Pass, I do put him to sleep on the next turn. He actually outspeed me with light screen. That was kinda surprising, and the most surprising was me surviving the Leaf Storm. That was spectacular. Lunatone doing work. Now switch out to Hulk. After putting to sleep, he switches out. That was a max speed Meganium. Very surprising. Now Ampharos. This Vayne stood out impressively well. this Vayne T-Bolt did way too much. It gave me realizing it's probably specs. I faced Thunder Ampharos and he did not do nearly as much as this T-Bolt specs Ampharos is doing. So no question about it. That Vayne is all about power. I'm gonna need to play cautious because that guy can 2-shot the rest of my guys. That can probably even 1-shot a couple of them if they don't, you know, resist it. So I do go to sleep. I luckily did not get the sleep turn. Did get confusion. I'm gonna switch out. He did hit himself on that particular turn as I go to sleep. That was very lucky. But I switch out to Lunatone, expecting him to be a Death Fodder. And yes, you're gonna see in a couple of turns right here, this guy just doesn't want to go down. I don't know whose fault was this. Maybe it was Mewtwo up there. Tell me it's definitely not Lunatone's work to be taken down this simple. He still has his plans, and I'm thinking, you know, going for the Stealth Rocks, I may as well. I can outspeed. I did put up the future side just in case light screen takes off, so I even you know, I even stole down the light screen there, and this guy still hit himself, so very unfortunate. But the guy, you know, standing behind the place, he was like, you know, it's part of the game, hacks is hacks, gotta deal with it, we cannot control it, so no reason to bitch and moan about it. And I was like, holy hell, you never see people reactions like this. Most of them just bitch and moan, you know, telling that, oh, you know, crit happens, you know, I lost because of the crit. Most of them are like that, especially on Smogan. Most of them, boom, DC, just thank you. You know, but this guy was respectable, you know, all credits to him. I like that. Anyways, I'm gonna switch out Sawsbuck, taking the T-Bolt very nicely. I mean, you know, it's still a 2-shot, and Sawsbuck is not there to take moves, but if it can take one, may as well preserve Lunatone for later on like this, and after Ditto comes in, I can have it as a Death Fodder. So I guess that is Lunatone's true purpose in life, to be a Death Fodder to something like Ditto. And you know, I never talk about Ditto too much, but I personally feel like Ditto is a test. Like every team, I feel like a good team is a team that can handle each other, and Ditto is like a test to such teams. So I feel like, you know, if he over predicts, I just want to have him Lunatone as a Death Fodder just in case something like that happens. And after that, switch out Hunter and proceed to go from there. Now, he does make an exceptional move, switch out to Meganium in case I do something reckless, like Trick, predicting the Dragoneer. Unfortunately, I do get a crit against this Armada right here, which was mighty unfortunate, but I don't know, I am not too sure how much that one mattered, considering that Shadow Ball afterwards may have taken him down regardless of that crit. But a crit is a crit, so yeah, I guess not much we can do about it. But still, I do have Trick up my sleeves. I can at least exchange the items, install his Evilite, which was probably my main plan right now. I want to cripple down his defenses, and especially if he's a more defensive Dragoneer with rest, that can pose a problem. You know, especially if I allow him to get too many Dragon Dances involved under his belt, then that thing can be a major problem that can probably sweep through the rest of my guys. Yeah, I'm gonna switch out to Dr. Wily. Right now Dr. Wily's plan, you know, is going to work, is going to progress. Let's see if it's gonna turn out to be successful. Now the guy just goes aggressive. I was not expecting him to just go to aggressive like this, thinking he's gonna go for another dragon then just in case, and then proceed to go for the aggressive stage. But I guess with the help of taking away the evil light, he was thinking that he just doesn't have the bulk to really go against Hunter on his own, so just go aggressive against me, take me out. But taking outrage is very surprised me well. I was not expecting to take them this well, considering that I am steel type. I guess it kind of makes sense, but I'm fully invested in attack and HP. Ladies and gentlemen, this Pokemon is starting to grow on me. This is one impressive Pokemon, and I never face it, which is very, very questionable, very surprising. And you know, the name is after this Pokemon was kind of taken after a while. You know, the last time I faced this guy was when I was facing Wasted Skypar, and he named one of his Mavals after Dr. Wily. So felt like, you know, that's a nice name, and you know, in memories of the Wasted Skypar, and may his channel rest in peace. Here we have it, in action, in flesh. Now I do stuff with my Pokemon, do take him out. Luckily he did get a free turn outrage. He didn't get 2 turns, so he couldn't switch out. That's gonna give me the opportunity to go for Sword Dance and proceed to take down his Dragoneer. His Revenge comes in to try to get some revenge going, and I'm just gonna go for the Sucker Punch. I was trying to Baton Pass just to see what kind of move he's gonna lock himself into. That didn't really work into my favor, considering that he did flinch me, and I felt like, you know, that's kind of nice to see. Trying to balance stuff out, but it's a little bit too late to balance stuff out like this. So I'm gonna switch out Hunter. I know even a Scarf Maval, especially mine that's not invested in any speed whatsoever, can be outspeeded by Hunter very easily, very smoothly. Just go for the T-Bolt, and here comes his Alalamola and his Meganium, his Scarf, Sleeping Meganium. Alalamola was were the last 2 standing, so there was no chance he had against my other Pokemon I had. The Sawsbuck would have probably just ruined his day after that. But that was the game for today, and we had 2 matches, by the way. I actually told him I'm gonna use the same team, so the second team he's gonna bring, he's gonna realize it fully I'm using the same team against him. So he already knows my stats, he already knows my stuff, and it should be for an interesting spin. Yeah, definitely. So, you know, be sure to come check it out tomorrow. I'm probably gonna be uploading it somewhere around the same time as today. I'm trying to make my uploads daily nowadays, trying to bring you guys as much as I possibly can. And yeah, that's it. Peace out.